Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum. The Muslim Ummah is in political crisis. It is not something new. It has been going on since many centuries, and it has just worsened after the loss of Islamic political unity, which was called the Khilafat. And since then, different Muslim countries are facing different major crises in many different forms. So today we are going to talk about the political crisis in Pakistan, especially about the case of Imran Khan. So Imran Khan has a political journey. He was actually first a cricketer, and then later on he became a politician. He was well known because of his cricket. It got him the national recognition because Pakistan won the World Cup, the Cricket World Cup in 1992, and it made Imran Khan very famous. After his cricket career, he, at the end of the 20th century, he entered to politics. So around the year 1996, he created his own political party called the PTI, or Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, and more than 20 years later, he became the 22nd Prime Minister of Pakistan. Now, let's just try to understand what happened that forced Imran Khan, or maybe I should say that forced the parliament to remove Imran Khan. There could be many reasons for his removal, but the most well-known of them are, for example, the visit to Russia. So on the 23rd of February 2022, Imran Khan visited Russia. The purpose of his visit was to boost the economic and energy cooperation between the two countries, so between Pakistan and Russia. But on the very next day, Russia invaded Ukraine. Now, this is a strange thing to take place. Either you could argue that Pakistan knew, they got the intelligence from Russia that Russia was going to invade, so Imran Khan went there on a visit to show support to the Russians. Or you could just say that Russia took advantage of this visit, invaded Ukraine, just to show to the world that, look, we are invading other countries, we have our own foreign policy, and yet we have people that want to work with us. So it could be many reasons. We don't know what truly happened behind the scenes. But what we can see is that Imran Khan was there, Russia invaded Ukraine. And it is important to keep in mind that when heads of states visit other heads of states, visit other countries, those trips, if not emergency, those trips are pre-planned. Like, it could take weeks and months, and probably years, when one head of state visits another head of state. So it is not something that just happens overnight. About a month later, on the 10th of April 2022, Imran Khan was removed from office through a no confidence vote in parliament. And then the parliament chose Shahbaz Sharif as the prime minister until next elections. So the elections are supposed to take place this year at the end of October or probably beginning November. So it depends what happens, but the elections are supposed to take place in Pakistan by the end of this year. Now, at that time, Imran Khan claimed that the parliament removed him from his position because the US had pressured the army and the parliament or the Pakistani government to remove him because Imran Khan was not listening to them. Imran Khan was trying to be neutral. Imran Khan also argued at that time that, look at India. India is having good relations with the West, but also with Russia. And the West is doing nothing to them. Why are they pressurizing me or my government? This was his argument at that time. Now, many criticized him at that time. They said that he has no evidence. Why is he saying such things? But things are getting interesting because of the report of The Intercept. And I think it is important to keep in mind that no prime minister in the history of Pakistan has completed his 5-year term. So it is not just the first time that a prime minister is being removed from office. It has happened before, and not a single person has completed this 5-year term. Now, Imran Khan, since his removal, is facing more than 150 cases against him. Like, this is a lot of cases. You're either a very good person in a very bad political atmosphere to face such allegations and so many cases, or you are a very bad person. It is not just normal. These cases are including charges of corruption, terrorism, and also inciting people to violence. Now, the judge and the government, the people now in power, they are saying that these charges against Imran Khan are not politically motivated, and that, as it is always the case all over the world, when some leader is being prosecuted, the opposition in power always says that their motives are not politically motivated. They could be right, they could be wrong. Imran Khan is also charged with selling of state's gifts. So it's regarding gifts more than $500,000, which he received. So he received Rolex watches, he received rings, he received many things, and they're saying he sold them without declaring it. And the judge, so the man we are seeing on the screen here, so they're saying this person is called Judge Humayun Dilawar, and he has sentenced Imran Khan. And the judge has said, according to news, the judge has said that the dishonesty of Imran Khan has been established beyond doubt. So he's very sure that Imran Khan was corrupt, dishonest, and he has done the right decision. But the lawyer of Imran Khan, this man, his name is Intizar Hussain Panjota, and he says that Imran Khan is not given a fair chance to defend himself. There are some key events that took place after the no confidence vote. Al Jazeera has made a timeline of it, and I will highlight some of the most important ones. So you see here on the 10th of April 2022, Imran Khan is removed in a no confidence vote. In July the same year, he organizes a long march, and this happens a few times. And then in August the same year, 2022, the government bans him. His live broadcasts are banned by the government. They were getting a lot of attention from people. And then here on the 21st of October 2022, the Election Commission of Pakistan disqualifies Imran Khan from the parliament. On the 3rd of November 2022, an assassination attempt takes place against Imran Khan. He survives it. So here they clearly tried to kill him. And then on the 9th of May, Imran Khan was arrested, but then later released because huge protests took place. But they played games, like they said, okay, people are motivated, they want to support him, they want to stand with him, so let's wait, let's play with them. They waited, and then at the beginning of August, they again convicted him, and later on he was detained. Imran Khan is currently in the Attock jail, so he avoided being arrested many times. During the protests which we talked about, there was a crackdown on his supporters, and they used force to terrify his supporters. Some of them are scared to come out and support him. Some of them are jailed, some of them were killed, and human rights organizations are saying that some of the supporters of Imran Khan are being tried in the military courts, which according to many human rights organizations is not the correct way to convict people. Now, the Pakistani parliament was dissolved on the 9th of August, and a caretaker government is in power until the elections. So Shehbaz Sharif is no longer the prime minister. And the lawyers of Imran Khan are trying to suspend those charges against him in higher courts. Because if he is still charged, Imran Khan cannot take part in the coming elections. Now, probably the military has some plannings. I don't know what they want. Maybe they are waiting for the US elections until a new US leader or government comes, and maybe they are not so against Imran Khan. And if he is still there, maybe then Imran Khan can take part in politics. But whatever the reason, Imran Khan currently is not allowed to take part in politics. Now, the Pakistani army is one of the biggest armies in the world when it comes to active personnel. It's probably the 6th largest army in the world, and there is a saying that every country has an army, but in Pakistan, it is the army that has a country. So the Pakistani army is really powerful. Many people have said that Imran Khan won the elections because of the support of the army. Now, we don't know, Allahu A'lam. Now, the document that supports the claims of Imran Khan that the West was pressurizing the Pakistani elites or powerfuls to remove him, the document states that the US State Department encouraged Pakistani ambassador and Pakistani government on the 7th of March 2022 to remove Imran Khan because he's neutral in the Russian invasion of Ukraine. So the US did not like this neutrality. And about a month later on, we all know that he was removed in a no confidence vote. At that time, nobody believed Imran Khan, but now there is document supporting his claim. And many believe that the vote that removed Imran Khan from power, it was organized by the Pakistani military. In return for the removal of Imran Khan, the US promised Pakistan warmer relations because, as we know, the relations between US and Pakistan, they did not work so well in the last years, especially during the Trump administration, and Biden refused many times to meet Imran Khan. The US had also said, according to Intercept, that if Imran Khan is not removed, the relations between Pakistan and US will get worse. So the army was really forced. Here on the photo, you can see some of the army generals of Pakistan. And this situation reminds me of that of 9/11, the events that took place after 9/11, because at that time, the US government also pressurized Musharraf. He was at that time leading Pakistan. He was a general, and then he took power over his country. And they pressured Musharraf to support them. And Musharraf had no other way but to stand with the US. This was his policy. They supported the invasion of Afghanistan. They supported the United States with its war on terror. It lasted like more than 20 years. A lot of Afghan people were killed. A lot of innocent people died. And this way, Musharraf has blood on his hand. But it reminded me of that case. I think it's the same way again now. The US pressurized Pakistan and said, remove him. I have turned a part of that document, that report, into an audio document, so let us listen to that first.
At the outset, Don referred to Pakistan's position on the Ukraine crisis and said that people here and in Europe are quite concerned about why Pakistan is taking such an aggressively neutral position on Ukraine, if such a position is even possible. It does not seem such a neutral stand to us. He continued that he was of the view that this was tied to the current political dramas in Islamabad that he, Prime Minister, needs and is trying to show a public face. I replied that this was not a correct reading of the situation, as Pakistan's position on Ukraine was a result of intense interagency consultations. Pakistan had never resorted to conducting diplomacy in public sphere. The Prime Minister's remarks during a political rally were in reaction to the public letter by European ambassadors in Islamabad, which was against diplomatic etiquette and protocol. Any political leader, whether in Pakistan or the US, would be constrained to give a public reply in such a situation.
So in my opinion, Imran Khan, his claims were truthful. There's evidence that support his claims, and it is something logical, like, a Muslim is supposed to, a believer is supposed to recognize the Dajjal when he's here, so that may Allah protect us from those times. I think this is pretty obvious. Like, the United States wanted him gone from position, but it is not the only reason. I think even the army of Pakistan, which always wants to have the upper hand over political parties, was also scared of Imran Khan and his political party because they were becoming really strong and Imran Khan was not really listening to them. So they the US asked them a favor, and they also wanted to do it for themselves. So they got, like, in their opinion, they killed two birds with one stone. Now, this is a sad reality, and politics is one of the things that divide people. It can divide husband and wife. It can divide brothers. It can divide a father and a son. because of their opinions. It's a very complex thing, and people could, like in the United States, we have seen a husband voting for one political party and a wife voting for another political party. And we as Muslims, we should be very careful of this. Okay, we have our differences. Some countries are democratic, some countries are autocratic, and some countries are in between them. Even, in my opinion, even if we disagree with others, we should be more tolerant for one another. The whole Ummah is going through a lot of political crises. We really hope that our leaders shouldn't be making policy because of the needs of foreign governments. They should try to look what is best for their own country, for their own people, and for the future of their people. Because things like this, like the removal of Imran Khan, these things will harm us in the long run. This was it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time, inshallah.